Okay, hey, Mega here. It's been a couple days since I last worked on this, but we're gonna go finish this bracket up, and I wanted to do some kind of Gymkhana stuff with the Supermoto, but I know I have to at least test ride it before I take it to the track. But we're gonna finish this bracket for the catchan. So the last time I left, we got it mounted, and we got the spacer on there. It's mounted pretty nicely, and then we gotta shorten this the bracket part here, where the this is where the actual the catch can will be bolted onto. It's gonna be bolted on this piece. So I went and kind of looked at it, and I figured we're gonna cut it about halfway. So I'm not gonna cut too much. The reason we want it to be spaced out from this is we don't want the bolts to hit the catch can. That's the main reason we're having the problems with the clamp method. So we're gonna go try this bracket dealie out. So I'm gonna go ahead, and I've already marked it where I kind of wanna cut it. We'll probably cut it before the black line. So let me just go. Okay, so there's our line. We're gonna cut below it, so there's still going to be kind of a black line there. It's a little bit crooked, I can tell already too. It's okay. It's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, so I got my safety glasses on, and we're gonna go cut this. And notice I have cleaned up my workbench here, so it's a lot nice to work with. So I'm gonna use my electric cutting wheel and shorten that bracket a bit. Probably gonna cut somewhere around here. So this cutting wheel tool, it has a feature where, like, if it gets stuck, to keep the motor from overheating and overloading, it automatically shuts it off. It has like a breaker or something on it. So. Tried to dodge that that piece that came off from hitting my foot. I'm not wearing any shoes right now, so. All right, so there it is. I got it cut. We'll go clean up the cuts a little bit here with my handy dandy friend, Mr. Dremel. Okay, so we got it pretty much where we want it. I got it right on the line pretty much. I said I would cut it a little bit offset before the line, but I got it right on the money. Alright, so let me go get that. Okay, so I'm going to go, I cleaned the top part with Dremel, but I'm going to go ahead and file some of this stuff off. This baby little file here. Make it nice and smooth. Plus, I tried to put the catch can earlier, and this little chunk of aluminum flap here is in the way. So, okay, that might be good enough. Okay, so here's the catch can. It's gonna go something like that, and looks like it fits. It looks like I may need to. So, if you remember last time, I had to cut an extra set of slots here. I don't think don't think this one is cut enough. I've actually grinded it too much, that's why. It seems like that. Okay, so that's how it's gonna go. It looks good. The spacing looks good. All we gotta do is bolt that sucker down. It looks like we got ample spacing. It should come out to about like here-ish. So I think that's fine. We could grind it a little bit more. Yeah, we could get it a little bit closer maybe. Yeah, maybe. Let's go take a look at it. Okay, I just lightly put it back on there and didn't bolt it on or anything. And it's gonna be something like that. So I gotta make sure, and yeah, I gotta make sure that we have the right spacing from the engine. We don't want it to touch the engine. And I think we're good. I don't think I want to cut it any more than that. I think that's perfect. Yeah, let's not cut it any more than that. I think that's fine the way it is right there. The distance, we got a little bit. I can't stick any of my fingers in there, but we got a little bit of a gap, and I think that's okay. I don't want it. We want a little bit of breathing room. But so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna stick this on here, and then since this isn't gonna move anymore, yeah, it's not gonna move anymore. Actually, I'm gonna bolt it back on, and then I'm just going to kind of like stencil in where we want to drill the holes to bolt it on. And I think we'll be fine. Okay, so I went ahead and bolted in a little bit by hand, and then I marked off where I want it to be. I got the marks right here, so it's got to be in between here, and then we should be good to go. It's going to be about 2 millimeters from the case right here, so I think that should be fine. As long as nothing's touching the engine, that's fine. It should be good. Yeah, and then so we'll go take it out. Okay, so this is the part that makes me the most nervous, because these holes have to be like precision drilled pretty much, and I don't really know a way to do it. So what I did is I put it upside down, and I drew a little stencil here, so it's gonna mount everywhere inside of here. So what I'm gonna do is mark off where the holes are real quick. They look like they're around here and here, and then I'm gonna go measure how far from the end here. Okay, so from the edge here, from the edge it was that much. I'm using the caliper to measure it. So this is from the basically from the edge here to the center of the hole. That's where that measurement came from. And I'm gonna try to kind of guess where to put the hole in there. All right. Okay, so I kind of lined up the catch can to where I kind of hovered it over where I thought the hole is gonna go into, and then I just used the caliper to measure the spacing out, and then I punched it with the punch tool here, and that's where we're gonna drill. And now I got to figure out how big a drill bit. Yeah, man, that looks like it's really close to the edge too. Yeah, I hope that does the trick. Okay, I got it all on the drill press. I used the drill bit 1164 is what I used, so hopefully that does the trick. Alright, here goes. Alright, damn it. It looks like I drilled it too big. Let's see. Wasn't too hard, but man, is that close to this? That is close to the edge. So that's the first one. Let's see if it goes. And damn it. Okay, so it's as I feared. It's like it's too close to the edge. The size looks like it's right, so it's gonna be sticking out a whole lot. It's going to be sticking out a little bit. It won't be flush on there, unfortunately. We can try to slot it going this way a little bit, which I think we might do. can probably do that with the Dremel. Now let me slot it up a little bit. So basically it'll just be like the bolt holding it in. Okay, so there it is. So I got it to go flush. So I had to grind it quite a bit. So I really messed up. The good thing is I can use this as a template for to make other ones. So now that we have these holes all drilled out, and I get the general shape of the bracket done, I could probably make these pretty easily. I can use this as a this is my prototype. But anyway, so the next one, I'm going to drill it way in. It was the right size, but it was just like, it must have walked or something, or I marked it wrong. I'm going to go ahead and mark it like here somewhere. And then and then if we need to slot it, we slot it outward. That way, we don't want to, like, we want to make it as far from the edge as possible, because now this is like weak now. It can crack there. So yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and mark the next one. And this is what I used. It's a Dremel with like one of these diamond bits, diamond burrs type thing. And that did a real good job. So I went ahead and made my second mark. I kind of just eyeballed it. Hopefully we'll get it right on the money this time. If not, we can slot downward. I made it a lot further this way this time. Okay, round 2-ish. Here we go. Okay, there's the second hole. Hopefully that mates up. And if you guys know a better way for me to do this, a more precision way, than to just kind of look at it and say like, oh hey, it's right there, you know. So I want to go clean out the burrs here. Everything is a pretty precise fit. Oh, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, this is like my first one. It's the prototype. Hopefully it survives. I should probably make a second one, but I've decided to head out to the track on Monday. So it's Friday right now, so I'm trying to get this done. I don't even know if we'll be able to test ride it. It looks like we're down and to the left. I have to grind it down and to the left. Not quite there. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and start putting the screws in. And then, well, let's grind this one. We have to grind it this way. I'm a little bit high and a little bit to the right. So we're going to go down and to the left. Grind it down and to the left. This guy here. Okay, I think I got it. It's kind of hard to tell from the video, but like it's really, I think it's pretty close to where it needs to be. So I'm going to go ahead and start. Okay, so I just happen to have the right screws. The screws I'm using are, I think they're car bowl screws for a certain carburetor. I'm not really sure which kind, but I'm going to go ahead and see if this fits. They might be too long too. I guess we can just add washers or cut them. Looks like one of them went in. Let's see if we can put the other one. I feel that we still need to slot it a little bit to get it in there. It's a little crooked, but I guess that's okay. Alright, there it is. So, unfortunately, I don't think the screws aren't long enough. This is the problem. I had to add a washer to the top of this. And yeah, you gotta add a washer because the screws are too long. There's a little bit of play on it. Ta-da! There it is. So that's what the final product looks like. I found a washer and a lock washer for it, and it looks good. I feel like And I'm glad I found the washer that fit, because it could definitely use one. And so right at the edge here, I don't know how strong that is, you know, but it's sitting flush onto this, so I'd imagine it's probably pretty strong. So all right, let's go mount it onto the dealie. I may want to put some Loctite. I'm not sure. That's okay. We'll just. It does have a lock washer, so I guess we don't really need to put a Loctite. So I'm not really sure what size screws these are. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I can not 100% if it's if it is a whatchamacallit, if it's metric, but if it is metric, it's an M4. So that's what it looks like it is. Yeah, M4. So this is an M4 bolt right here. If you're trying to use this Catchcan, it uses an M4 bolt. I think it uses an M4 bolt. I'm not 100% on this one, but when I measure it, it goes out to 4 millimeters. So, so there it is. That's the final product. It definitely looks like it was built in someone's garage. It's not a commercial product. A lot of Hades Omegas. What I can do, I kind of grinded this when I wasn't supposed to. If you remember, that was the one mistake I made. I grinded the wrong side to get this fit flush. To make it look nicer, I could just put some paint on it or something, or I'll get a marker, paint it black or something. It's only when it won't rust though, so it looks a little ghetto. It has like the little pressure here, 150 psi, max temp 125. Well, let's hope it doesn't get too hot. All right, so we're gonna go mount it on the bike. Additionally, what I could do is round off the edges so they're not so sharp. They're a little bit rounded, but yeah, they're a little bit sharp. But I think I did round off the edges a little bit. I could round it off more to make it look nicer, and that's all I would do. I wouldn't cut any more of this off. You kind of need that for strength, you know. It'd be pretty strong though, I think. Not only worried about the vibrations. There's probably going to be a lot of vibrations on the frame, especially if you bolt it. Okay, let's make it there. Here, I got it mounted on there. So to be able to use the socket to get it on there, and you want to use the socket to get it on there because we're going to use a torque wrench on it, because it's part of the motor mount system. I had to remove the bowl, but the good thing is I can remove the bowl and nothing else gets in the way. There's like just enough room, so this is like just about the right size you want, basically. But the good thing is I can remove the bowl if I want to dump the fuel, you know. That's a good thing. So now what we got to do is I got to torque the bolts. So I got my handy dandy Kawasaki KLX140 manual out and go look that up right now. Okay, so here it is in page 7.2 of the manual is engine removal and installation, and it's number 6, engine bracket nuts, M8, and 3, front engine mounting nuts, right here, 6 and 3. So the M10 is probably the right one, the one that's on the engine, and then the one that's on the frame is the M8. So the M8s are 21, and the M10s are 36. So basically, it's 36 for the back and 21 for the front. So I will. It says to do the nuts. I don't know why it says the nuts and not the bolts. I don't think it really matters. We're just gonna do the bolts. So 36, we're just gonna do, I'll just do 40. That's a 14 in the back. That's it. And we'll go and do 21. Let's just do 25. How about that? Because I don't really trust my torque wrench too much. I don't think it hurts to put a little extra, especially for this. Oh. And as you can see, it fits perfectly. Look at that. Even I don't even have to take the filter off. It does hit it a little bit when I'm trying to torque it though. There we go. Clicked about like 5 times, but I got it. Alright, and then let's just go put the bowl back in. Okay, there it is. All done. Okay, there it is. So there's all 4 bolts right there. I think I got it right on the money with that one bolt that I picked out. And then this one is a little bit meh, you know, I kind of want a little bit longer one because as you can see, these ones, the bolts stick out like a thread. Yeah, this one sticks out like 2 or 3, so I may want to get a longer one for this. I think this one will be okay. Worst comes to worst, we'll use Loctite, but it's right next to the exhaust, so it might soften it up. We'll just have to check on them every once in a while is what we're going to do. So there we go, it's done. I can take this off our little thing, and then we'll have to see how it holds up. Okay, I got some better lighting there, so there you go. The finishing touch. I will go add some little clampies to it. Clamps to the connections. This one seems like it's a little loose. It's a little too easy to get out, so I'm gonna go add some of these guys to it. This might be too small. I'll find one. I'll find one that fits. I added a clamp right here because it was kind of loose, and then this one is pretty tight. I'm not gonna put one there. So this one just kind of goes down into the skid plate, and it kind of drains where that hole, the drain hole for the oil is. So that actually worked out really well. So let's go take a tour of the whole system one more time. So let's start from the beginning. Sorry, it's a little dark on this side. So I still need to put the side covers back on, but there it is. That's where it comes from. That's the carb vent right there, and then it goes down on top of the starter here. You can see it goes to the other side, right here. And then I have these clamps that help route it this way, and then it goes into the catch can. And then and into the catch can it goes. Fuel goes down, and then if any kind of air needs to go back up the other way, you know, the pressure is the same. That's the way this basically works. It's a catch can. It's the same way it works on a compressor. Air goes in, the fuel goes down, or air or water in the compressor's case. But in this case, it's fuel, and then it empties into here. And then if it does overflow, it'll probably overflow and then go down there. So hopefully it doesn't overflow too fast. We'll have to do a little test to see how long it takes to fill it up. We'll actually have lay the bike down on its side, and we'll see if it works. Yeah, we can go do that right now, actually. Yeah, so it's pretty much done. I just have to put the side cover back on. So we used the ingredients where we used some vacuum hose. We should probably use some kind of fuel hose, but that's okay, because it's kind of a vacuum also. Then we have our fuel filter here. Not fuel filter. I mean, it is kind of like a fuel filter, but that's our air compressor filter that we're using as a catch can. Fuel goes down in there, and then the air goes out that way, or it goes the other way too. And if it overflows more, it'll go down into this skid plate here. Total cost is probably like $12, and I got all this. I had all this stuff on hand in my little fabrication collection, and yeah, so it was $12 to make the Catchcan. Now, how long did it take me to make the Catchcan? A long time. Well, I probably want to make a no bracket too, because I kind of messed up drilling the holes in it. But it's I can use the old one as a template. So before I mess it up, I should probably make another one. But we're going to take it to the track on Monday, so hopefully it'll pass the tech inspection. I'm like, hey, your Catchcan is too small. But yeah, we'll actually go test it out real quick when I get the side cover back on. Alrighty, here's my gal.